Hey, Bill O'Reilly here, and this is the Talking Points Memo. Time magazine has named its Person of the Year, and it's a bunch of people, all journalists. Jamal Khashoggi heads the list. He was the guy assassinated by the government of Saudi Arabia in Istanbul, Turkey. Then the 5 journalists who were murdered in Maryland, you remember that? Some nut went into a local newspaper, shot them down for no reason. And then Time magazine goes on to say all the journalists in the world who are under fire, both literally and figuratively. Okay, there's no doubt that people living in Russia trying to cover the news are really in jeopardy. Putin would take them out in a heartbeat. China, same thing. China doesn't murder, it incarcerates. Cuba, other totalitarian regimes, some of the Arab states, that are very fundamentalist, like Iran. Iran are Persian, not Arabs, but you get the drift. Places where freedom of speech is not admired, freedom of thought and expression is condemned. Okay, but Time magazine is not doing their Person of the Year to laud courageous journalists. They're doing it to tweak Donald Trump. And this is what I mean. Time magazine is pretty much on the rocks. It used to be the preeminent news magazine in the country, all right? Now it's almost out of business because they do this kind of stuff all the time. Yeah, I agree that courageous journalists should be honored and people should know the risks that they take. I've been in the journalism business 45 years. I've taken a lot of hits, believe me, a lot of hits. So I know how difficult it is to speak the truth. But Time magazine doesn't care about that. They want to diminish Trump because Trump is the king of the fake news trend. And that's what this is all about. So when I read it, I went, how transparent? Now, you might fool some people, Time magazine, but you're not fooling intelligent people. We know the reason you went out of business, along with Newsweek, is because you never gave traditional Americans or conservative Americans a fair shake, ever. Ever, in any way. You just never did it. You're always left-wing, always on the side of liberal politicians and liberal thought. And that's the truth. So half the country just said, blanket. Not going to read you, not going to buy you. And Time magazine, huge backer, Time Warner, huge corporation, couldn't do it. So today we have a problem with journalism in America. Any fair-minded person knows it. The press does not seek the truth any longer in most cases. The press is in business to get Donald Trump out of office and to install a liberal Democrat. They loved Barack Obama. Time magazine loved Barack Obama. Didn't matter whether his policies worked. They loved the man. And they despised Donald Trump to the same degree that they loved Barack Obama. And it doesn't matter whether Trump's policies work or not. All personal with them. So Americans need to know that, okay, I know you don't care about Time magazine, and I know you don't care about left-wing media in the sense that you use it. You don't. I understand that. But the damage it's doing to America is incalculable. Around the world, we're looked upon as this barbaric society led by a vulgarian Donald Trump. Because all they get is CNN International and that kind of drift. They don't get the truth, and we don't get the truth inside the United States. When was the last time you heard a positive story on a national level about Donald Trump? Everything he does is wrong. Every association he has is bad. Anybody who supports him should be scorned. I mean, come on. The guy does this unbelievable thing for the oceans of the world. He allots American money to clean up garbage in the Pacific Ocean that we didn't even put there. All right, comes from mostly Asian countries. But Americans going to pay for the cleanup. Do you hear a word about it? No, you don't. All you hear about is that he doesn't want global warming to intrude on the economy. And that's terrible. It's not terrible. California is having a terrible time with its economy because of all the regulations that it's installed to do some pie-in-the-sky environmental stuff that will never work as long as China is polluting at the level it's polluting at. Not to say you shouldn't try, but you don't destroy your economy. You don't make it harder for people to make a living. You don't. This is stupid. So all in all, Time magazine is disingenuous, word of the day, in picking journalists to be the persons of the year. We do sympathize with Khashoggi and, of course, the 5 American journalists killed in Maryland, and journalists around the world going up against Putin and other terrible people. We do not sympathize with the dishonest journalism that is being practiced today in the United States. And that's Talking Points Memo. I'm Bill O'Reilly for Newsmax, reminding you that I'll do commentary every night on BillO'Reilly.com. I hope you check that out. Killing the SS, enormous bestseller, great Christmas gift. We will see you soon.